students, welcome to NIRS Education channel. Let us continue the lesson, the summit within. In our previous session, we had seen brief introduction about HPS Ahluwalia as well as the brief introduction about the lesson. Now, let us see the lesson, and in the lesson we are going to see how did HPS Ahluwalia feel when he stood on the highest point in the world. Let us hear his story in his words itself. See, first paragraph. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles of panorama below us, the dominant one, I think, was humility. See, he was standing on the summit of Everest and he was looking miles of panorama below them. Okay. Here, panorama means view of wide view. He was standing on the top of Everest and below him miles of wide area was visible. There were some other mountains, they were all covered with snow. He could see all those things, miles of wide area he could see. Then many emotions were there within him. See here, of all the emotions which surged through me, all of a sudden many emotions surged through him. Surged means arose suddenly and intensely. Arose suddenly and intensely, or rushed through him. Many emotions rushed through him. Means he was filled with many emotions. The dominant one, I think, was humility. Among all those emotions, he thinks the dominant emotion was humility. See here, humility means humbleness or modesty or politeness. He was becoming more and more humble when he was standing on the top of Everest. He was thinking, in this vast universe, how small I am. That truth he was understanding, and that's why he was thinking that humility was the most dominant emotions which he could feel at the time of when he was standing on Mount Everest. The physical in me seemed to say, thank God, it's all over. However, instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness. The physical in me, it seemed to say, thank God, it's all over. Yeah, his body, okay, his physical, his body, it was telling what? Oh God, it's all over. These many days we suffered in order to climb this mountain. Now it is all over. He was feeling like that. However, instead of being jubilant, but at the same time, instead of being jubilant, jubilant means very happy because of success. He was not happy because of this success. There was a tinge of sadness. Instead of being jubilant, he was feeling what? Little sad. There was tinge of sadness. Tinge means trace or shade. There was a trace of sadness. He was feeling little sad. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing and there would be nothing higher to climb and all the roads thereafter would lead down? Then why was that sadness? Was it because he had already done the ultimate in climbing? Was it because he had done the ultimate in climbing? Yeah, the ultimate in climbing, the highest point in the world, he reached already. The highest point in the world, it is Everest. He reached there. Thereafter, there is nothing to climb higher than that. Probably because of that, he was a little sad. Already done the ultimate in climbing, there would be nothing higher to climb. Hereafter, there would be nothing higher to climb. And all roads thereafter would lead down. Thereafter, he could only do one thing, that is what? Getting down from that mountain. Hereafter, climbing, it is all over. Already he climbed the highest point in the world. There is nothing left in this world to climb higher than that. So just he could get down from that mountain. You can just descend from that mountain. By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. It is joy which lasts a lifetime. The experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountains is never the same again. See that. By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by the deep sense of joy and thankfulness. By climbing the mountain, you are going to feel, or you will be overwhelmed, overpowered or submerged, or you will be filled with deep sense of joy. You are going to get a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. You are going to say thanks to the God, because God has given you such an opportunity to climb the highest point of this world. So you will be joyful as well as you will be thankful. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. This joy, it is going to last, remain. Last means remain. Remains a lifetime. Throughout the life, that joy will be there within you. I had climbed Mount Everest. That joy always it will be there within you till the lifetime, till the end of the life. The experience changes you completely. Climbing the Mount Everest, that experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountains is never the same again. Yes, the man who has been to mountains, he will not be same again. Before going, he will be one kind of person. After coming from that expedition, he will be totally different person. There will be immense change within himself. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about other summit. The summit of mind, no less formidable or no easier to climb. Yes, at the same time, the writer he is talking about another summit also. See that. As I look back at the life after climbing Mount Everest, the Mount Everest, I cannot help remarking about other summit. I have to tell about another summit, the summit of mind. Which is that summit? Summit of mind. No less formidable. Formidable means, see that, difficult to defeat or overcome. It is very difficult to overcome from that summit. No easier to climb. Climbing the summit of mind, it is difficult to overcome and it is very difficult to climb also. Climbing the Mount Everest, it is compared to climbing the summit within, it is easier one. But climbing the summit within, climbing our own mind, That is very difficult task. The writer is telling like that. Professor Ahluwalia is telling, climbing the summit within it is difficult one. If we are able to climb the summit within, then climbing the Mount Everest, that is easier one. So climbing the summit within means climbing the mind. Means have control over our mind. While we are doing something, our mind is going to distract us. Controlling the mind is very important thing. About that, the writer is telling. Rest of the things, let us see in the next session. Thank you for watching.